Telling you a radical, this is a real important historic video. So the wells, the vaccines, I'll talk a lot about the vax. So the de-event center, they're finally using it. The most underutilized building on the face of the earth. I'm in there watching practice this time of year. I like to watch Randy Ray's boot camp and these young. We were loaded with really incredible athletes on this campus this year. The football and basketball. It's very sad, but as far as academia, the professors and everything, it's a joke. They're all still drawing there's nobody on the fucking campus. They're open. They're all drawing their big fat salaries. So anyway, before I go on that fucking rant, the fucking absolute corruption of academia, Wells, it falls into here, Wells. Now stay with me. Let's talk before I flip this soup can. So, the fucking fraud of academia. So, I've been looking for data on the well 2020 because, of course, they migrate in the spring. So, nobody was out this spring. I mean, the country was shut down. Canada was shut down. So, finally, there's some data out this week. NOAA's making statements, and it's picked up by the San Francisco Chronicle, which is pathetic. And they're quoting the usual phony fuckers who should be locked up, every one of these fuckers. Talk about academia, treason, and fraud. Worse than Trump, and that's saying a lot. So, they're saying that they call it a unusual event. So I'm standing at PB right where the riots broke out the other day, my home, 2 years ago, right now, almost to the day. And I told Lisa I got to go home for the Bear River Massacre. That's the 29th up here. So I says, get ready. She says, what do you mean? I says, I think all the wells are going to start washing up dead this year. The intuitive mind, Kevin Blanch again, all over it. So all hands on deck, my post-ignorance army, which was in full flight then, we started counting. And we counted over 300. Now, NOAA's come out with, I think, 296. We were at 312 last count. That was in 2019. And scientists were mystified. They were baffled. They're puzzled. They're stumped. They're perplexed. In fact, the scripts, Browning scripts, Jepson from here, fucking PB, came out and said that they quoted Kevin Blanch. I wouldn't stick my toe in the ocean. This is, more than this. So these animals are starved to death, and they're testing positive for leukemia in 2014-15. The seals and the sea lion, that's again Kevin Blanch's work. The tide pool, again Kevin Blanch's work. The salmon, or the marine biologists in the high desert of Utah doing all the fucking dirty work. So it's hard to get any data this year, right? I mean, I made it to Monterey, me and my grandson. We did our work. I made it to PB. It's not easy, and I'll be back. So they're coming out and saying it continued through 2020. And granted, there's no one out counting. They still counted over 200. And there's no one out there counting. Now, stay with me. This is important because here in Utah, we have mink farms. That's right. Kill little furry animals for a living. They also have them in Denmark. Something rotten in the Denmark. Most bloodlines here are Danish. I can get into that. Why? Including mine are, half. So, the unusual events going on, so it's that time of year. They're moving to Mexico to the birthing grounds right now. So all hands on deck, Californians, Oregonians, folded up and just pretend, Washingtonians, I'm an elitist. This is all the birds we have left here, are these F-35 loot job. And by the way, all this debt and everybody's throwing out all this money, everybody's getting stimulus, this, that, the other thing. How's that vax work? I'm supposed to be 20 million by now. How's that? Well, you got a fucking lame, sick, duck, fucking mentally ill, fucking White House fucking executive. Oh, I didn't incite that crowd up as down black as white. Okay. When Rudy Giuliani fucking called after the riots were going to call from the White House and telling Tommyville it's out there to delay it till the next, and that's after the fact. I mean, all the shit. I mean, just the ecology dying. So, and I'll do more on this well, but posting all hands on deck, this is a catastrophe. Let's talk vax. So I'm eligible, supposedly. My doctor, right here, my uncle. I've been making this walk right here on this second set of ground since for 60 years, since I was a little child. I mean, I had to drink this very sacred, ancient place. It has a curse on it. Ask Damian Lillard, up by 22 points at halftime. I was doing the play-by-play to go to the big dance, and they lost. Johnson, who never missed a free throw, missed a shot in that game for Montana, after was interviewed. He says, "You've never done that before? You've never, what is this?" I had an out-of-body experience. And there's a log out there. Oh, Weber State, Damian Lillard, unstoppable. Deron Cherry stopped him multiple times. I mean, he was a fantastic player, but they never went to the dance. He got stopped in his tracks. It's a curse. I'm trying to tell you why. Because the nuclear energy built it. That's who built it. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, it's empty. So, the water's cursed, so the vax, I'm eligible. My doctor, I have one doctor who says, yeah, get it. The other says, wait. And so, number one, I don't think it's, I mean, I have AML leukemia. That's why I'm vulnerable over, but I'm like, no. First responders should get it first, and teachers. All the teachers should get it. All the nurses, which they are. And I'm like, no, I can wait. Number one, and number two, I don't know if it works. I'm probably not going to get it. I can tell you that right now. Now, there's, we'll see as things go forward, but, I'm an AML 1% survivor. If I'm going to listen to my intuitive mind, my uncle started out in clinic right there, saved me from the grave. Kevin, don't let them open you unless you're going to die. And they wanted to open me, I didn't. And I was at the LDS Bone Marrow Transplant Center for so long. So, they're vaccinating. They're finally using this place, the most underutilized building in the world. They used to have concerts here. I saw Stevie Nicks snorting cocaine. Where's all those people? I mean, but the goody two-shoes here, the self-righteous fuckheads, they don't like that. Ooh, no. So it doesn't get used for anything. Flip the can. Why the soup can? It's a metaphor for overconsumption. Fucking Elsa plots. All my work goes on. I ain't giving up. I'm not afraid of these fuckers. The real PhD. All the way, all you Weber State basketball fans. This legendary program. Jarrett, go with that left. Harding is playing for the greatest team in Europe history. He's on that team. They never fucking, I think they won the championship. Fuck, they're like the Jordan Bulls of the 90s. You can't beat them. And so he's on that team. So they're loaded. I'm usually in there watching practice. Randy Ray's boot camp. There's 13 players pipelined to Europe. And, I tell these young players, and I know lots of them, by the way, the football team's loaded, a snowball's chance in hell with great athletes. But, again, the Wattis curse. Fuck. They're preseason ranked number 1 in the country. And by the way, that whole Alabama bullshit, that isn't college football. That's professional football. What a fucking joke. It's fucking disgusting. Who wants to watch that shit? Who's going to win before the game, before the season starts? It's just the rich get richer. The poor get poorer. It's the cannibalization. And I'll tell you what, answer? Yeah, I got an answer. Shut down all the nuclear industry. Shut them all down. That's who built this house in 1970. Utah Construction merged with GE. Floor hits floor. Bail him out. Trump's the greatest porky nuclear pig. That's why I hate him. He dumped more nuclear porky pig. Now they say Biden, they're going to put pressure on. We'll see. Biden covered up Fukushima. I didn't vote for him. I voted for Bernie. Bernie's an anti-nuclear. Pull the plug. Kill Price Anderson. Kill it. Quit giving these fuckers all this welfare. Who's going to pay for all this shit? Tax the future. Give to my friends. 17 trillion in debt over this fucking teabagger fucking revolt fucking decade, and the GOP had Congress for almost all of it. Fucking sign off, and left, right, it's disgusting. So, blackball me. Media should be disgusting with themselves. Academia is a fucking fraud. A disgusting fucking fraud. I've been here my whole life. My credentials? When is one of these major universities going to step up and say, hey, Kevin, go and pull my transcript here. I got enough fucking credits to have 80 degrees, but, I saved their MBA program. We're number 1 in the fucking country when I got there. Did it out of the kindness out of my heart, out of the love of the community. This is a state university, taxpayer funded. It's supposed to belong to the community. So is that house. Oh no. That's Damian Lillard's personal workout center now, by the way. And I talked to Danny. He's turned into be a dick just like the rest of them. All his fucking money. Oh, come on, Jerry. That ain't too good today. Like it goes good with dead wells. So the mink. People don't know this. Do you know that what they feed mink? So my friend Mitch up in Peterson here, in Morgan, they're mink farmers. Larry died. Juan died. Two of the major mink farmers right here both died of COVID. And Mitch got sicker than fuck 2-3 years ago. And I mean, they never did figure it out. I don't know how he didn't die. You know they feed them dead wells. All these dead wells they find or whatever, they're supposed to, California has a lot of them drifting down the seabed. Oregon, Washington don't. So, these people, just like the guys who haul racehorses here, they haul them to Canada and you can fucking, feed them to your dog. They're in dog food, Ogden. That's all we can smell now here. It's disgusting dog food creeps. So, asymmetric of each other, mutually exclusive, Denmark, Utah, Canada. All the mink get plumb full of fucking COVID. Oh, it's just the exploited fucking, workers. Oh, no. There it is. It's COVID came from the ocean. COVID is a mutation from Fukushima's meltdown. That's the greatest crime in human history. American can? Yeah. It was invented here, Pierce. Yeah, right here in Utah. The defense, oh yeah. The only football stadium named after a female, Mrs. Stewart. She's the heir to the D4. She left $700 million in the 70s here that built this house. They merged with GE. They are GE. Little Phil was the CEO. I go on and on and on. That's who Weber State is. What do you think they blackballed me? Me and Dr. Cooley, Dick Mata, Fawn McKay Brody, Watt, the first player. Where's the statue? So Tim says he's on the board. I know all these old guys. Half this university loves me, half hates me. He says we want to put the Ring of Honor right there, just like you said. Like you said, you want a statue of Fawn McKay Brody. Should be a statue of fucking Dick Mata right there. Who do you want him? And they know who I want. And he looked right at me and he says, well, where we're putting the statue of you? I says, yeah. Fucking no. He says, oh no, you're going there. He says, so, all hands on deck. The post-ignorance round will start our well count again because, when scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're puzzled, they're stumped, they're perplexed, they're bewildered, they're alarmed. I've never been alarmed. I predicted every fucking bit of this. I know what it is. Big fish eat little fish. The Fukushima disaster, Fuktonium, went into the sea. The heat source fucking killed the fucking photoplankton. Chain reaction. Salmon died, tide pool, and I do all the fucking dirty work. What, you didn't think you'd come after the people? Oh, I said it. Sand in there. I fight for her. She fights for me. That's a 1/1000% survival. I survived without a bone marrow transplant. So far. The fight goes on. Mike Lee kicks me off Medicaid. I call him Lee, Mike Lee, Harvey, Ted Cruz, Oswald. Go to the Alamo. Go to the Alamo. Think about how stupid Trump is. Remember when he congratulated the governor of Kansas on the Kansas City Chiefs freaking Super Bowl? And he says, Mr. President, you called the wrong state. What are you talking about? Whoa, what are you talking about? Called the wrong. Kansas City's not. Are you crazy? Blah, 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 blah. Going big. Oh, well, he's at the Alamo. He doesn't know what happened at the Alamo. Oh, God, that left's terrible lately. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. God, the right ain't too good. A little off my game today. Oh. Where's your crown, Damien? Where's your crown? You can be the next King James. When Mata coached here, only soldier on the crew, the average NBA player made less than 3 times the average working class. Now they're, take your crown and stick it up your fucking ass, all of you. Fucking Kevin Blanche, the real Doc Ricketts. Doc Ricketts never had a marine biology degree. Oh, I had classes from Dr. Winters, the great zoology here. Oh yeah. So I'm not going to take the backs. So, you know, it's controversial, I know, but, you know, one doctor says yes, another says no, and I don't think it's ethical for me to get it right now because I'm too young. Somebody says an old fuck, I'm not old. I'm not old. Stand tuned.